time for shop talk, and yeah, you know the deal. Chillin' with the SmokeFellas, and yeah, we keep it real. Lucky, Lefty, Ben, and KDL. Sit down for lady talk with Smoke and Joe as well. Sit down and watch the shop talk. Sit down and come to shop talk. Go ahead, puff the cigars up. You ain't ready for us. Come enjoy the shop talk.
Yo, 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 yo. We are back in the place to be. Humidor Sports Podcast on SportsZone Chicago, man. We are back. We about to give you all the sports news, man, and get real crazy with you as we put some smoke in the air because we are the SmokeFellas. So I am your man, your host, Mr. SmokeFella. On my panel is my dog, Lucky Lefty. Say what's up to the people, Lucky Lefty.
What's happening, good people? What's happening? Thanks you all for tuning in once again, man. I'm smoking me a Tatawahe, man. This is a nice stick. I decided to upgrade today, get my bougie on, because we celebrating, baby. Oh, let's go.
My bad. I'm smoking on a Black Max. It's a little shorty, but hopefully it gets me right by Alec Bradley. My bad.
Hold on. And there's coffee in here, but since it's 5 o'clock somewhere, I added a little basil to it. So let's go.
Oh, yeah. I like the sign of that. I'm going to sip on me a brewski today, man. The coffee was giving me a little BG this morning, so I had to put it down.
Right, so if I jump off, you know what happened. If I jump off, you know what's going on.
Also, it's my man, my right-hand man, because I just gave you my left-hand man. Here's my other dude, KDL 33.
What's happening? What's going on? In honor of the Giants in town tomorrow, this is what I'm on today. The best to ever do it, baby. And
here we go. We starting early
what up, though?
To get it right.
We can agree with that, though. LT was the greatest.
That's up.
Yeah, we agree with that. So we also got our resident angry man back for another session and some crazy talk. My man Sly Dog.
Hey, what's up, good people? Hey, look here. Forget what he talking about. I'm smoking this Jamie Garcia that I won on a bet because
that's Jaime. What? That's Jaime, not Jamie.
Well, whatever. Yeah, no, this Jamie.
There we go.
Well, wow. Here we go. Hey, look,
yes,
it's Jamie Garcia because I won on a bet. Because when it comes to sports, I am a savant. Good morning, people.
Spell savant.
Savant.
First of all, you went to Finn, so that's absolutely ridiculous because y'all didn't have sports. But carry on.
All right, man. I got a special guest for y'all.
Wow.
All right.
Uh-oh.
I got a special guest for y'all, man. This person has rocked with us for a long time. And I mean, for myself, KDL and Lefty, this person is very, very dear to our hearts. So that's all I'm going to say. Less is more. Ivan, bring her to the stage.
Hey, guys.
Oh, my God.
Hi, guys. Did y'all miss me? Did you miss me?
Oh, my goodness. What's up, Leslie?
Hey,
what
guys.
Up,
I missed you.
What up?
What's happening?
Up? Thank you guys for having me on the show.
Oh, man. He said we had a special guest.
Yeah, that is me. I am very special.
That is,
we got somebody that knows more than Sly.
Hey, Sly.
Hey,
how you doing?
I'm
good.
Doing great.
And
good luck to your Raiders, Sly.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about.
No, I don't really mean it.
She fits
right in.
Look, she right back where she left off.
Right.
Wow.
Right back
Nothing personal, Sly. Nothing personal.
Les has rocked with us for a long time. Les, you are the first female panelist that we've had on Humidor Sports Podcast.
Awesome.
So, this is the first. You have made history to be the first lady on the show.
Guys.
You know what I'm saying? So we about to get this train started.
Okay.
And as we do, we always put some smoke in the air for any losses or any events that are dear to our heart. So we're gonna put some smoke in the air for Ruth Bader Gaynor, Supreme Court Justice. She passed away at the age of 87, man. She was the second woman to sit on the Supreme Court. So please put some smoke in the air for her because she is near and dear to our hearts. And she was an advocate for the women. And we got a woman on the show today.
You sure was.
All right.
Game.
Yeah, so let's get this started. We do Smoke and Ash. Smoke and Ash is our segment where I talk about a topic. You either gonna smoke to it, mean you agree with it, or ash it, mean go to hell.
Got it.
Okay. MLB, Cubs and Sox. History, no hitter. Alec Miles for the Cubs, Lucas Giolito for the Sox. Lotto, he had a no-hitter. Put it like that. So each week, I keep saying it, crosstown chip, or what? Plus our Sox has already clinched a playoff spot, so we ready to rock and roll. Nunu, what's up out there? I see you chimed in.
Hey, Nunu.
What up, Nunu?
Nunu, what up?
Are you gonna smoke to this? Are you a fan yet? Are you believing in this crosstown chip? Lucky Lefty, I'm gonna let you go first. You gonna smoke it or you gonna ash it, baby?
Man, I'm smoking to it. I'm feeling it right now. Real talk. Sox clinch. I think the Cubs should clinch by this weekend or at least by Monday. They should be in also. Man, the way both these teams playing right now, Sox were I know before last night were had the best record in the American League. I mean, what the things we were worried about as far as pitching looked like it's holding up. Defense looked like it got better. The bats we were never worried about. The Cubs are just being the Cubs. You know, shout out to David Ross doing a great job his first year as manager for the Cubs. And man, I think it's gonna happen. Even though it's a weird little 60-game season, I see it happening, man. I think we're gonna get what we've been waiting for.
Yeah, I agree.
So Sly, I'm gonna come to you next because when we were backstage, you had some heated discussion with Ivan, the producer. So I'm gonna come to you next because I want y'all to hear this BS that he talking about. So Sly, what's up?
Wasn't no BS. Only thing I was saying is my Sox the best team in town, without a doubt. That's just facts. I mean, I don't even care about the Cubs ever being in the World Series before us. I don't even want them in the World Series with us. Okay, so no, I'm gonna ask that because I'd rather see the Cardinals, the Marlins, or anybody else before the Cubs in the World Series. But definitely not my Sox. Go Sox, baby, all day, every day.
The Marlins?
Yeah, the Marlins, bro.
The bad fish Marlins, man. Bad fish Marlins.
Wow.
See, you dropped out. He
did it on purpose. But look, I'd rather see the COVID Marlins before I want to see the Cubs.
Wow.
Absolutely.
That's so wrong.
Oh,
That's
my
so
God.
wrong, bro.
KDL, what's your thoughts, man? You smoking or you ashing?
I'm gonna smoke to it, and even though I'm not a baseball guy, I'll smoke to it. Hey, man, it's a great chance of that happening, believe it or not, with the year how it's going. Cubs got to get past the Dodgers. Sox got to get past Tampa Bay. But it can happen. Hey, in a year like this, you never know. You never know. So I'm a smoke to it, man. I like to see it happen, to be honest with you. I'm smoking.
Okay, less is more. You up. Let's see what you got.
You know, I'm gonna go with KDL and Lucky Lefty. I want to see it happen. I'm gonna smoke to it. You know, there's nothing like a good old, North Side, South Side rivalry. And they're pretty much neck and neck. I think the Sox is 33 games and the Cubs are like 31 games. So I'm here for it. I definitely would love to see that. And although I am a Sox fan. I'm not big on baseball, just like KDL, but I would love to see the Sox take it and, beat those Cubs.
You heard it here first.
At some point, we're going to have to get a Cubs fan on the panel to argue with us. We've been pretty Sox bias on here for a while.
Yeah, we real biased. Yeah. And I want to apologize. I did skip our Smokefella finger. And you know we always got to get a finger to it.
What is that?
Yes.
We do. Hey, we do got
God.
a Cubs fan. We do got a Cubs fan and our producer Ivan. So
that's
why,
right, Ivan.
That's why he posted that up.
Okay.
Now,
Okay, I got you, Ivan.
Now we always give a Smokefella finger to the biggest idiot or the biggest or dumbest story that rocked the airwaves this week in sports. So I want to give a Smokefella finger to the San Francisco fan. You know, I don't remember seeing his name, but he had the racist messages in an inbox tweet to Buda Baker from the Arizona Cardinals. He got an Instagram and Twitter inbox from him, man, that was so racist, man. I can't even repeat the comments that on there because I looked it up, and I mean, Jesus Christ, if this wasn't racist, I don't know what was. You know, they investigating it. The 49ers came out and made a statement. Once they find out this dude is banned from all things 49ers. Man, I know y'all caught the stories. Sly, I know you, because me and you talked about it. So what's your thoughts on this, man?
First of all, man, it was just absolutely nuts. The guy wrong, he mad at the wrong person. Be mad at DeAndre Hopkins for having almost 200 yards on your team. You mad at Buda Baker for no reason. But this is the time and days we live in, man. This is what they do. You know, the Kansas City booed. You know, it's just ridiculous, man. But hey, he did the right thing. He sent it. He put it out there for everybody to see, man. And hopefully San Francisco do the right thing for banning dude for any home games. I mean, other than that, what else can you do?
And just to put it into some perspective, he used the N-word with the "ger" on the end.
Right, he did.
Duh.
Yeah. So let's put that out there.
Sure, he did that.
And you know, he used the word monkey as well. So
yes, he did.
Not surprising.
KDL, speak on it.
Y'all know where this stems from. We have a racist president in the United States office who spews racism all around. What he does by that, he sends dog whistles to everybody that is racist. So what happens is people that are racist, that you didn't think were racist, now have their chests out because you got a president that sends dog whistles to them and let them know it's okay to be racist. So this is not shocking. Like Sly say, they booed, had nothing to do with the flag. They booed a unity, lockstep demonstration because it was about black people. So they booed that. The reason why they booed that, because again, racist people nowadays have their chests out because the president allows them to. He encourages it. So let's not mistake what's going on in America, man. This is not it's sad, but it's not shocking whatsoever.
Less is more.
Yeah.
Let's hear from you.
Yeah, I agree with KDL. It's not shocking. Unfortunately, these incidents occur all too often, especially right now in these times. But I feel like, you know, when it comes to people that have a higher platform and fans like these, you know, they make comments or statements like that. I feel that, you know, something really should be done, you know, because like he said, their chests are out and they feel like they can say, you know, whatever, you know, they want right now. It's like an open door for everyone. And this just continues to spread hate. And the world of sports definitely needs to use the platform to, you know, put a stop to it. And, you know, I would say even to bars fans from, you know, even coming to games in the future, especially if they have the audacity to do that. Maybe that's going a little extreme or overboard, but something has to be done.
Lefty, bringing in the rear.
I don't like how that sounded, but come on, man. You know how I feel. Y'all know how I feel about Thumb Thugs, man, and that's all this is. Another case of the Thumb Thugs. You know what? Don't ban this clown. Invite him to the stadium, and when he go to the bathroom, that Buda Baker go in there and lock the door, and have that same energy that you had with them tough thumbs of yours, man. Have them same energy. You know the problem with social media people don't get punched in the mouth.
Yeah.
You know, you get to sit behind your little keyboard and just talk slick. Matter of fact, if I was a 49ers, find his profile and please post his pic everywhere. So every time he walk down the street, he got to watch his back. You know, got to be some consequences. Banning them from that ain't good enough. Somebody got to hit this dude in the mouth. You know, the thumb thug thing y'all know, it drives me crazy. I can't stand it.
And, you know, Lefty is right because, you know, a lot of people hide behind social media.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you got a lot of balls, you know, behind social media. However, you know, say that in person, you know, for most, it's a different story. So, yeah, you know, talk the talk.
Yeah, put him out there. Put him out there so he can. So when he go to work, if he even got a job, and he's sitting next to the brother that he was kikiing with all this time, you know how he really feel, and then have that same energy when I walk you to that parking lot and put them things on you.
Hey, pause, right? Because we also got to add Dan Mitchell from
Dan McNeil
from 670 Score for his comments on our sister Maria Taylor with her fans.
He's an idiot. He's an idiot.
I'm sorry, that one I missed because I was gone. What did he say?
And he was fired. He was fired immediately.
Yes,
he was fired
immediately.
He was
good.
He commented on based on what she had on her outfit and said that she was what?
Said she should be hosting a porn award show.
Yeah.
Because her shoulders was out. But you know what? If you listen to 670 Score, Dan McNeil, they always kind of teeter the line.
But
they always teeter the line. They real close. They need to get hit.
He wouldn't have made that comment about Aaron Andrews. He only did it because of the color of her skin.
That's what I'm saying, man. No, you know what? I've been following Dan McNeil. I've been following Dan McNeil a long time.
He's an idiot.
He's not racist. He's an idiot. He would have said it about her too. Like he give it to everybody the same way. He one of those dudes that just don't. His filter. He really don't have no filter.
Right.
They let him get away with it.
Women, you wear what you feel confident in. Do not let anyone, man or woman, tell you otherwise. I can understand if your employer has a dress code, by all means, abide by the dang dress code. But I'm sorry, you know, if there is something that I am wearing that offends you, bothers you, then look the other way. That's all.
But you know, the silly part of it, it was just her shoulders out. Right. It wasn't no cleavage showing. It wasn't no little mini skirt. Like it was literally just her shoulder. All you can see is her top part anyway. That's all it was. He just a clown, man. So he got what he deserved.
Are we forgetting the most? Are we forgetting
that was racist? Y'all crazy.
But are we forgetting the most important thing here? The most important thing that we forgetting is that people are getting fired every day for saying things inappropriate or racist. And guess what? Somebody will do the same thing the next day. I think that's the sad part of it all. Is that you know, are you really that arrogant within yourself to think nothing's going to happen to you? Right. Because it's happening every day.
And Dan McNeil
that encourages it.
No, Kev, I got to disagree with you on that. Dan McNeil is
an old head that encourages it.
Dan McNeil is an old head that's been getting away with saying out-of-pocket stuff for years. And now it's just not the time. They've always talked crazy. Him, Mike North, like that whole crew, they always just been off the chain. It ain't nothing racist. They talk about whites. They talk about blacks. They always been on that.
Guess what?
I agree with you on that. I agree.
Guess what? He got to watch his back as he walk down the Chicago streets now. If he up on the north side, he got to watch his back. Because like Pat Gold said, he might get a pumpkin head out the blue.
Hey, real quick, I agree with that. They have said a lot of wild shit. And Mike North, yes, I 100% agree with you. But what I'm saying is it falls in today's culture that you have a president that encourages racism, pushes racism. So everybody that's deep down racist now got their chests out. It's okay to be racist. It's okay to be divisive. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying they haven't done it for years. They have. I agree with you.
I don't think he's racist. I think he's just an asshole. I think he's just an asshole.
I agree with you on that. I mean, he's been doing it for years.
We're going to get back to the sports train, man, because we could talk about this for the entire show and keep it going. But we're going to keep this train moving. And since we were talking about last minutes, Big Ten football begins October 23rd and 24th. They have decided upon an 8-game season. Well, will this be enough to get consideration for the chip? Commissioners waited to see how the other conferences that decided to play fared when playing. Now, you got the other big conferences that already started. They going to have 10, 12-game seasons, plus their conference championship. So some of them might get 13 games in. Big Ten, they only going to get 8 games in. Is that enough? Everybody know Ohio State is that team in the Big Ten. Would you be upset if they looked them off for the college championship because they didn't have enough games? So I'm gonna come to you first, Sly Dog. What you got?
You know what he gonna say.
Well, first of all, Ohio State is my favorite college football team. Second of all, the commissioner of the Big Ten, it was a debacle anyway. It's a brother that's the new commissioner of the Big Ten. He kind of messed that up. He just learning. I mean, for them now, they're gonna start in October, and then all the steps they got to go through. Okay, everybody got a test. You got to be out for 14 days. It's gonna be a mess. But they saying they are gonna be able to still make the conference championship. So hey, we'll see.
You smoking or ashing into it, man?
We'll see. So I'm gonna smoke to it.
Okay. KDL, you have been big on some of the things that have gone on in college, period. So what are your thoughts? Are you going to smoke to this or you going to ash with it? Would you feel upset if Ohio State was looked off in the championship because they didn't play enough games?
I am going to ash to this. If you don't play the full season, first of all, you said you're out, right? And now you see other conferences playing. You say, oh, okay, we can play. But you're going to wait till October and you want to play 8 games and still be considered for the national championship. That's ridiculous. Now, everybody else is getting 13 games, 12 games, whatever. You play 8. And if you go 7-1, 8-0, all of a sudden you're supposed to be the national champion. You considered for the national championship. That's not fair to the other conferences that started on time. So I disagree with that. I know Ohio State is pushing this because they're the biggest school. Don't nobody care about Nebraska or none of that. This is Ohio State pushing this. Now the Pac-12 still ain't made a decision yet. They look like they're out, right? So you Big Ten want to jump in October, 8 games, and you're supposed to be considered for the same national championship that everybody else has been playing a month. And no, stop. Ash. Big ash.
All right. Lefty, what are your thoughts, man?
You know what? I'm going to smoke to it because it really should come down. And this is all about Ohio State. Shout out to Sly.
Yes,
they definitely one of the best teams in the country, top 2 or 3. But, I mean, really, it should come down to conference champions anyway. So those out of conference, those non-conference games they play, I think they need to start eliminating those anyway. So as long as whoever wins the Big Ten runs through their conference schedule, and they win the conference championship game, they should get a shot at it. Big Ten is one of the top football schools. So I mean, why not? I got to smoke to it. I'm all for it. Okay. And hopefully it brings some change. Like I say, get rid of all these and maybe we add a couple of extra playoff games. Get rid of them old whack ass non-conference games where Alabama win 69-3. all that. So keep it in the conference.
So you agree that they play 8 games and everybody else play 13 games, and you think that's fair?
As long as you win your conference. If your conference is an 8-game schedule, your conference is an 8-game schedule.
But the ACC is playing right now. They're playing each other right now. They started now. You want to wait another month?
I get it. I get it, but I think it should come down to conference champions anyway.
First of all, they also got to look at strength of schedule too. You in the Big Ten. How many cakewalks are in the Big Ten? And then what if you get waxed by a team that you ain't supposed to lose to? Illinois. What if Illinois go ahead and beat Ohio State this year like they did Wisconsin? Screws them totally. But
that's what I'm saying.
Les, come on.
I'll smoke to it. I agree in the unfairness as far as the other teams having already started. At the same time, do you think the reason why that they went ahead and agreed to start, or the Big Ten starting, is it because of those players that didn't some players sue the Big Ten Am I right on that?
Yeah,
some players were scoring. Some players were able to transfer out. They were losing athletes. All type of stuff was happening.
That parent coalition was coming hard at the Big Ten.
They were going at it.
It was a lot.
They got pressure.
Oh, I was going to say. I feel like
Ohio State.
Yeah, exactly. I feel it's all about that more so at this point. But I'll smoke to it. I'm here for it. When is the championship? In what, December?
Yep, conference championship December. Yeah.
I mean, 8 games starting in October through the championship. I'll smoke to that. I think that'll be good.
And well, first of all, to rebuttal your heinous comment, they'll never lose to Illinois. First of all, and second of all,
what's with the big words today?
And second of all, they do, and they did have the best conference in football last year. So look at the numbers. So don't be disrespectful. But breaking news, I know we're getting off subject. Justin Verlander got to have Tommy John surgery, which means he's probably going to retire, one of the best pitchers ever in baseball. Let's move on.
Thank you for that update, Sly. And
Sox killer.
As I could see Keita's hand come into the screen, that's where she's feeding you these big words. So let's move on. Let's move on. Between the lines. Don't come for me, Sly, because you know I'm coming right back.
He is so intelligent. He is so intelligent today.
Next topic is between the lines. You got one job. NFL kickers over the last 2 to 3 years have been on the decline. They basically have been horrible. They have lost games for teams that should have clearly won. Just the other night, Tennessee missed.
Oh my God!
What 3 to 4? 3 to 4.
4.
But he did hit the one that matters. But Smoker Ash.
Can I talk? Can I say? Can I start this one?
You can start it, but Smoker Ash, my question is, the kicker position is not a glorified or decorated position, and kids are not interested these days. Is that why we have a decline? Because what they're doing is going ahead and looking at soccer players and bringing them into the NFL. Smoker Ash, let's go.
Yeah, I'm gonna smoke to our NFL kickers. Now, here, it is the most underrated and I say underappreciated position in the NFL, but they are probably one of the most important positions, in football. However, when it comes to, down to the wire games, there's a lot of pressure that is put on our, these kickers. And I'm always reminded of Cody Parkey.
Oh my God,
Cody Parkey, and it still stings to this day.
Les, we don't curse on this show. We don't curse on this show.
Oh,
you definitely curse.
So yeah, it definitely stings to this day when I think about it. But then, we think about those who have come, those kickers who have, made, a history or what's his name? The Raiders kicker, when he did the 45-yard kick, not the Raiders kicker, it was the Patriots. They were playing, it was the Patriots kicker, 45 yards in the blizzard. He came through in that game. And I just feel like, you have some kickers that, when that pressure is on, it's either hit or miss with them. But they are one of the most important positions in football, I feel, but yet so underrated and underappreciated. They're always on the sidelines over there, practicing constantly. But people don't realize, and the fans don't realize, like, how much pressure is on them when, these teams are playing and they're it's neck and neck, and it comes down to their kick, that one kick, to either win the game or tie that game.
No.
So I got some beef out here with you on your words, Les. So I'm gonna go to Lucky Lefty first, and then I'm coming to you, Sly.
Please do.
You got one damn job. One.
I knew you were gonna say that. You
don't have to lift weights. You could drink beer on the sideline. You can smoke cigarettes. You can do whatever you want to do. Just kick the damn ball. Now, the old school, because we saw old school kickers, like really a 40-yarders with chip shots. My problem is they're missing chip shots now. Remember back in the day, like anything 50 and over was considered like, okay, that's a hit or miss. But we talking about dudes missing 35 yards. Like, it's getting ridiculous at this point. And being whoever wanted to be a damn kicker besides soccer players. Don't nobody want to be no damn kicker. I mean, as far as kids, especially in the urban community, don't nobody, you barely kick field goals in high school. In high school football, right? So I'm just saying
it depends on what school you go to.
Well, I can tell you none of the schools I played against kick field goals. Everything was 2-point conversion. So, but I'm saying you got to look at, I mean, it is a pressure job. I give you that. But they make a decent amount of money. Not a lot of money compared to other players on the teams, but you're getting a couple of million, and that got to be your focal point. That's all you got to work on all off season. You know, but it's other factors. Sometimes it's the way the guy holds the ball, where the laces are turned correct. You got a lot of other little factors. Maybe they should go back and let backup quarterbacks hold the kick instead of punters. That could help as well. But no, they got one job. Do your damn job. And Cody Parkey, I hate him.
Oh, I hate him too.
I hate him.
I mean, poor guy is out of the league now. But I mean, you know, I just feel like, you know, they have so much mounted pressure sometimes that, you know, not even the rest of the players feel that kind of pressure when they're in the game. And that's no excuse, because yes, that is their job. That's, you know, that's the position that they're in. But, you know, some of them, you know, you can tell the pressure is on, especially when, you know, they miss kicks like that or punts.
I mean,
like
50, 60 yarders, I give you that. But when we missing 35, 40 yard field goals,
we all know pressure bust pipes.
Bad, man.
And to come back at you, Lefty, and when you say nobody wanted to be a kicker, my man Sly wanted to be a kicker, but he didn't have the knees for it. So Sly, do you smoke an ash to this? What you got, Sly?
Well, first of all, I'm ashing to it. And you want to talk about big words, less is more soliloquy. It just killed me. But anyway, look here. Look here.
Somebody been reading the dictionary.
Okay, he only got one job. I mean, come on now. Come on, he got one job. That dude for Tennessee missed a chip shot.
So are they never allowed to make mistakes? Are they never allowed to just, you know, miss the kick? It's gonna happen. Not every wide receiver catches the ball. Not every quarterback makes it down the field.
But 4 in one game.
He's stressing me out. He's stressing me out.
So that's all we got to say, Les, is Cody Parker.
I know.
He's ridiculous. I hate him.
That kills you. Our man KDL is having some technical difficulties right now, so we're gonna keep the show going. And I do got a question for y'all. Smoke or ash? Is it too early to tell? Cowboys lose to the Rams in week 1. Dak and McCarthy look bad. Is Jerry Jones looking like a genius for not breaking the bank on his QB? I'll go to you, Sly Dog.
You know Dak is my man like Cam. Okay. You know doggone well. We smoking ash into it?
Yeah.
Or what?
Well, you smoking ash?
You know I'm always smoking to my man. Jerry Jones is an idiot. He should have paid him. Let's be honest with you. They had a bad game. That was a bad call on Gallup. They'd have won the game. So stop. I know you hate Dak because that's why he always in here every week. You hate Dak with a passion, man. I don't even give you nothing like this to write, but you do it anyway. The only thing I'm saying is this. Dak is my man. If they don't call that bad call on Ramsey, who got burnt by Gallup, they win the game. So no, he should have paid him. Now he's gonna have to pay him $40 million anyway. Bottom line.
Les, what's your thoughts on it? Smoking or ashing?
Smoking. I'm down with Dak too, you know, and I think it's too early to tell. These guys haven't even had a preseason. So I think they're just getting their feet wet. Plus with Dak, you know, he had a rough year coming into this. I think he's in a whole different mindset right now. When your mind is ready, your body's ready, everything else, will just come together. So I'm going to smoke to it. I think it's too early to tell. I think we're going to be surprised this season, probably.
And he lost his brother.
Yes.
Oh, we're not going there, man. We're not going there. We're not going there.
Give him a break.
Lefty, let's go, man.
I'm going to add to it just because Dallas and the rest of the sports media world puts unnecessary pressure on that team every damn year. Like, how was they in some rankings? They ranked like number 5. They ain't make the damn playoffs last year. So, it's this pressure. It's something about Dallas every year. They all hyped up to be Super Bowl contenders, and then they come out and they pretty much an average team. And now we looking down on them, you know, but that goes Jerry Jones, that goes all the people running their mouth, Ezekiel Elliott, this is the most talented team ever been on, and all this other stuff. I get the Dak Prescott thing, and I think they should pay that man, get that man his bread. But I actually got them losing tomorrow. They're going to be 0-2, and then the media going to go crazy.
First of all,
I got them losing tomorrow to Atlanta.
They the number one. Why they get all the pressure, Damani? Because they the highest franchise, most valued franchise in football.
I get that. I get that. But sometimes reality got to kick in, and every year y'all ain't lived up to it yet. Every year they always fall in that 8-8 category. When the last time I ain't seen the Cowboys as a 1 seed since I can't remember no 13-3 type seasons. We used to come out with all this hype.
Just tell them I'll wait.
KDL. all this damn hype for the Cowboys.
KDL, are you back with us, man?
Yeah, I'm having a couple of connection problems. What was the question, sir?
All right, we talking about the Cowboys. They lost the first game. Dak and McCarthy didn't look too good. Is Jerry Jones looking like a genius right now for not giving that bag to his QB? Are you going to smoke to that or you going to ash it?
I'm going to ash to it. Or I'm going to ash to it because Jerry Jones is not looking like a genius. First of all, you should have paid the man. He's a quarterback. You would have paid Romo. No said. The fact that the Cowboys are not that good.
Kevin X today. Malcolm X.
I'm just trying to say, man, it's real talk. The fact that the Dallas Cowboys are not that good and they're overhyped every year and they come out and they display what they display is an every year thing. You got rid of Jason Garrett, right? It was Jason Garrett's fault. You come out, you lose the first game, couldn't even score when it mattered. And now what is Dak's fault? It's not Dak's fault. Dak doesn't have the same offensive line. He has a wide receiver in Cooper that will not show up in big games. Like, let's be real. If you're either going to go through Zeke, your defense, you overpaid the defense. They're not all that. So you can't block. It's a number of stuff with the Cowboys, man. But this is not Dak's fault. So I don't want everybody to say, hey, well, this is why we didn't pay him. No, this ain't Dak's fault.
He looks like an idiot for hiring McCarthy. He looks like an idiot for hiring Mike McCarthy. That's what Jerry Jones looks stupid. Why would you hire Mike McCarthy?
Well, he won game in. Let's see. He won game in. Let's see.
Let's talk about home. Let's talk about home right now. Why now? Allen Robinson, unhappy about a stall in his contract extension. Rumors in, he's demanding a trade in the media. Is this going to be a distraction throughout the season? Ladies first, so I'm going to let you go ahead, Les.
Is it going to be a distraction? You know,
smoke to that or ash to it?
As far as the contract negotiations, I mean, I'll smoke to it as far as for Allen Robinson. They gave him that 3-year contract deal because of that ACL injury that happened with him. So it made sense on both sides why they did that. At the same time, I don't see, why we can't pay him. He's only asking for, what other wide receivers out there are asking for right now for an extension and a 3rd-year contract. I think the Chargers just paid Keenan Allen on his 3rd-year contract, like $20 million. Mm-hmm. And I think Robinson's only asking for what, like 18? Is he? The $18 million, and I mean, usually those contracts on your 2nd-year contract goes 4 to 5 years. He got shorted by 3 years because of that injury. Why can't we pay him? And he wants to stay here. We want him here. I say smoke to Allen Robinson with the Bears.
Lefty.
I'm smoking to. Is it going to be a distraction or ashing? If we talking distraction, I'm gonna ash to that. I don't think it's going to be a distraction. Reports have come out that Nagy and Robinson had a conversation. He's not going to hold out. He's not that type of dude. He wants to play. So he's going to be on the field. From my understanding, though, the initial they offered him 4 years, $63 million. But then when Keenan Allen got that 4-year, $80 million, they, Allen Robinson's people turned it down. They want at least the same contract. I think Allen Robinson's numbers were a little bit better or real close to Keenan Allen. So they kind of want that money. I mean, it's a part of the negotiations. Usually the Bears kind of keep that stuff out of the media, so I'm kind of surprised this got out. And they killed a rumor that he demanded a trade. His agent called Adam Schefter right away, said no trade was demanded. So that's why I don't think it's going to be a distraction. He says he's not holding out. He's going to play out the year. So No distraction. I'm asking for that. And I'm with Les. Allen Robinson needs to be a better. Get that contract done. Keep balling out.
Yep.
I would come to you, KDL, but I'm going to let you come in last on this one. So, Sly Dog, let's hear you speak about it, my man.
Well, Les is more gave you a little bit of idea. What I read is, and I'm smoking to it. What I read is he's going into his third contract, and usually your second contract is usually your biggest. But he's going into his third one, and don't forget, Allen Robinson is only 27 years old, so he actually still in his prime, like she said. So, but that's the problem. The NFL usually negotiate your second contract as your biggest. Then you get like 1 or 2. But by him getting hurt, as she said, now his third one is his biggest, and usually that's kind of unusual for the NFL. They're going to work something out. He's going to get paid. He better than Keenan Allen, who's always hurt. So, of course,
I agree with that.
Of course, he's going to get paid. So I'm smoking to it. Now let's go to whoever else is left on the panel.
Les, write this down because Sly agreed with you. You got to write stuff down because
really?
you don't normally
It's
agree.
rare.
It's rare.
That
It's
normally
rare.
doesn't happen?
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
KDL,
All right.
let's go. KDL, you got your mic on?
His connection about as bad as Daniel Jones.
I'm gonna smoke to the fact that it won't be a distraction because he doesn't seem.
Oh.
Wow. We gonna see about that tomorrow. We're gonna see about that tomorrow. I'm gonna smoke that it won't be a distraction. I'm gonna smoke that it won't be a distraction because Allen Robinson doesn't seem like that type of dude.
Yeah, me too.
Everybody
Having
nods their
said
head
that,
like we hear 'em.
anybody that wants to be a Bear, that wants to stay, should be paid simply because of the quarterback.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So if he's willing to stay here, and based on the quarterback play here, if he's willing to stay, you should extend him to whatever he wants. Because you lucky anybody want to kiss the ball. Y'all lucky anybody ever want to stay.
Why you always picking on Mitch, man?
You don't have to be doing that.
I want to be a wide receiver for him.
All right.
I'm just saying that you should pay that man.
On your comment.
Got him. Got him.
We'll see you tomorrow, Kev. We'll see you tomorrow.
Wow.
Got him.
Now that is classic. We're going to have to keep that one in the rotation. All right, man. This is our last topic before we go to break. So I need you guys. We got about 4 to 5 minutes.
When the man gets
No.
Yeah, Kev, we're going to need you to move out of that dead spot.
Kev, you need to upgrade from Boost
Out of that dead spot. So,
I agree.
Giants week.
All right, Sly.
Giants week, baby. Man, you froze too. Oh, no, you're not.
I'm just acting like Kev.
All right, what's the next topic, man?
Next topic. Divorce or counseling? Divorce or counseling. Rumors are the Browns are shopping Odell Beckham, OBJ. All right. Is it time for them to break ties with him, man? Because right now what I hear is the Patriots, the 49ers are interested in, man. And he's not getting the ball. He did score a touchdown the other night, Thursday night. But, man, is it time for them to break it up? Break this relationship up? Smoke or ash? Lefty.
I'm smoking to it. Man, look, Odell, one of the baddest boys in the league, man, as far as, man, they're catching that ball. Now, I'm not going to say he's an all-time great or nothing like that, but Cleveland is dysfunctional. It was a bad spot when he went there. I don't know. When they traded him there, I knew it wasn't going to work. Baker Mayfield is highly overrated. Highly overrated. They've already had 4 coaches in 3 years. Like, this is a team that just can't get it together. So it's best that Odell, while he's in his prime, get out of there. The best move for him would be New England, pair him with Cam and watch him blow.
Ooh, that would.
Pair him with Cam and watch him blow.
Slide.
Are y'all crazy? Now y'all talking crazy.
I agree with that. I agree with that one.
I'm smoking to that. I'm smoking to that.
I'm smoking to that too.
Smoking to that.
That's cold-blooded, Ivan. But anyway, hey, look, I'm ashing to it. Are you crazy? They got Chubb, they got Landry, they got Odell, and my man showed you, Baker, if he got time, they can win. I am gonna start him this week against Damani just because he talking crazy.
You
Baker
can't start him.
Mayfield-
You already played.
Oh yeah, that's right. Baker Mayfield, man. Baker Mayfield is still coming up. Hey, I'm ashing that. He need to stay there. I don't want him to mess his legacy up going to 3 or 4 different teams. Stay there. Chubb is the man. You got Landry on the other side. Stay in Cleveland, Odell.
I thought Cam was your boy.
He is, but Cam doing okay. He don't need him.
In your own words, are you high?
Les.
I'm gonna go with Lefty. I'm gonna smoke to him going to. I would like to see him partner up with Cam. That would be dope. Go with the Patriots. Although I don't like the Patriots, but Brady's not there anymore, and Brady lost. So Brady in his little Bucky uniform.
Watch your back out there. There's a lot of Patriots fans that tuned in.
I'm sorry, Nunu. I'm sorry. I love you, girl.
KDL, is your Boost Mobile ready?
First of all, I have Sprint number 1. I'm just in a bad area. But listen,
Harvey,
I'm gonna smoke to it because I think Odell needs to get out of there. You never should have went to Cleveland in the first place. But as usual, this is not his fault. He has a terrible quarterback in Baker Mayfield. I don't care if y'all like him or not. Baker Mayfield is terrible, overhyped, and shouldn't have had the commercials he had.
well, he went from one terrible quarterback to another.
Odell out of there if you want. Well, he left a Hall of Fame quarterback, and now he's going to Baker Mayfield, who they keep hyping up.
Classic.
Hey, that's what we on, Ivan. that's what we on, Ivan. Okay, I got it.
He hit me too.
Odell needs to get out of Cleveland. He will never get the ball from Baker Mayfield because he can't throw it to him. So get out of Cleveland. He needs to go to San Francisco. He don't need to mess with Belichick. San Francisco needs offense on the other side of Kittle, so Kittle don't have to do so much. Garoppolo ain't all that either, but I think Cam is only going to be in New England 1 year. Why go there? Go to San Francisco. Garoppolo is there. They need offense anyway to balance out the running game. I think he'll do better there if San Francisco is interested. But he needs to get out of Cleveland because Cleveland is Cleveland.
And I think the biggest question you got to ask yourself is when he wanted out from New York. It wasn't like he had a choice. He was traded there. Now, if he was a free agent, would he have signed with Cleveland? Would he have signed with Cleveland if he was a free agent?
He would not.
Of course he wouldn't.
Come on now.
But on that note, fellas and lady, we got to take a break and play some bills. So, Ivan, take us a break, and we be right back, and we going into the NBA. Let's go.
Let's do it.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, man, we are back, man, and we about to go into NBA. Kev is looking at a map. You lost in Harvey? What the hell?
Hey, Kev, if you trapped in the
man,
basement,
first of all,
blink twice if you need help. If you've been kidnapped, blink twice.
First of all,
We'll send the people for you.
I'm not.
His blink
I'm not
might
in
come in a
Harvey,
little
number
slow.
one.
It might come in a little slow. His blink might be like,
Uh-oh.
Whoa.
Do what you got to do, Kev. Do what you got to do.
Wow. Hey, listen. Hey, listen.
All right, man.
I love you.
You my sister.
I love
ain't
you,
see in a minute.
Kev.
You just gonna go in on me like that?
I love you, Kev. That was that I miss you.
I'm not in Harvey, number one.
All right.
Okay, I'll take.
All right. We into the NBA, man. I do till death do us part. And by what I mean by that, man, WNBA star Maya Moore marries Jonathan Irons, who was wrongfully convicted of a crime. She took 2 years off from the league to fight to get this man out. Now, after he was freed from prison, they got married. I want to hear your thoughts on it. Now, keep in mind, she's been knowing him for well over 13 years, I believe it is, because she was in a program to provide, teaching and some other programs and stuff to inmates and stuff. And that's where they met. And they had a friendship. And she started the plight to get him out.
They had a friendship, all right.
Yeah.
A conjugal friendship.
Yeah. Les, it looks like you got something to say, but I'm not going to come to you first. And I'm going to go to Sly Dog first. And I'm going to see if y'all agree on this one. Let's go, Sly.
Man, first of all, man, I bring this up because Maya Moore, my girl, okay. But first of all, she met him when they was doing some church things, okay. Her and her parents and them, and it was all part of church. So she was already young, and then she fought for him to get out when she got to the NBA. Now she married him. I got issues with that all the way around. My thing is he's much older than she is, and you got something's wrong with people that. Something wrong when you marry a man straight out of jail and don't know nothing about him. I got complete issues with her and that. I don't like that at all, but you know what? If she love it, I like it. I got to respect who she fell in love with. I ain't got to like it, but I got to respect it. So I completely and totally disagree with it.
Hey, my man from Florida, Big Joe, said jailhouse love.
Ain't nothing like it.
Right.
So,
exactly.
Less is more. I know you got a lot to say on this. I'm going to ask you to keep it on point and quickly, but go right ahead.
Okay, well, I have to disagree with you, Sly, only as far as the part where they don't even know each other. I mean, 13 years, if I'm not mistaken, that's a pretty long time to get to know somebody. And he, unfortunately, had a lot of time on his side to get to know her. And to trust her as well to be out here for those 13 years. So I mean, there's relationships out here outside of jail or
she was
prison.
In high school.
It doesn't matter. A relationship can form organically, regardless if he was in prison or not.
Organically. Okay, here we go.
Maybe his environment is not organic. But however, he had a lot of time. They had a lot of time to get to really know each other. There's a lot of relationships out here that, people don't really get to know each other nowadays. They're jumping in, diving in, right away, not really knowing who that person is. 13 years is a long time. That's their love. I'm rooting for them. Good for her. Good for him. They got together. They're married. God bless that marriage.
Okay. KDL.
I'm going to jump out of a window.
Are you with us, KDL?
Well, hurry up.
All right, KDL seems to be having some difficulties, and I'm going to go to you, Lefty. Let's go.
Please take him off the screen looking like that. So let me say, I'm always for any wrongfully convicted human to be released. If you can get that overturned, that's a great thing. It bothered me a little bit because when we were hearing about this story over the last 2 years, it seemed like it seemed a little more genuine, like she was really fighting for justice. But then as soon as the man come out, they end up getting married. It kind of has you had something in the back of you, like you had ulterior motives. I don't know. I'm not saying that's what it is, but it just doesn't feel as genuine because she married. You can marry whoever you want.
It kind of took away from the whole storyline.
It did, and because for the last 2 years, we weren't hearing nothing about this. Didn't seem like no love affair. It seemed like, man, Maya Moore is putting her career on the back end and trying to, fight and is fighting for justice. So that's my only problem with it. It kind of took it felt a little different after I found out they got married.
But I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt, but can't she do that? Can't she do that? Fight for justice at the same time? You can fall in love with someone.
Yeah, but you can't. But it can't feel like you had an ulterior motive. Like now it kind of more feel like you was trying to get your man out. Like you was trying to get your man out. Not that this is a wrongly convicted guy, and I'm fighting for justice. It just it don't feel as genuine. That's all.
I would hope it doesn't just stop there for her fighting for people. I would hope not.
She better try to get somebody else out.
Let me hear you, KDL. You with us now?
It will. Yeah, I've been with you. Hey, listen.
Huh?
She was fighting for her man. She wasn't fighting for justice.
I'll fight for my man.
She was fighting for her man. You can't come out and marry the guy that you. Oh no, ain't nothing wrong with it. Ain't nothing wrong with it. But let's be real about it.
I didn't hear nothing you said.
She fought for her man.
Getting bits and pieces.
You can't come out and marry the guy that you got out of. Like you were fighting for justice and you got this dude out. You can't then come out and marry him right away.
You going in and out like Saquon running game.
Hey, I don't know if y'all can hear me, but Saquon's gonna have a good game tomorrow. I bet you that. But look, you can't immediately come out and marry the man. Like you got to at least play it off or make it look like you did something. Everybody, right? You can't immediately marry the dude that you got out of jail. Come on now.
So within the story,
so it's okay if she marries him later down the line. What's the difference?
Within the story, Jonathan proposed a few years ago and told her not to answer until he got out.
That is true.
Oh,
okay. But
why don't I think what'll save it? I think what'll save it is if she starts some type of foundation and try to help get others that were wrongly convicted out.
She did.
Yeah, please do that. Like, don't just get your man out, marry him, and then it's over with. Because we were all behind you for the last 2 years.
Both of them.
Thinking you was fighting. Yeah, that's a good thing. Then that feel a little better.
I agree.
If he was wrongly convicted, that means he was in the vicinity.
Wow.
Let's
so on that note, we're going to move on.
Right.
Next topic. Thank you for coming. Good night. Mike D'Antonio from the Houston Rockets told them that he will not return as coach.
That's classic.
So,
No. 21 questions?
Oh, my goodness.
Come on, Ivan.
I just want
killing
to
us today, man.
Come on, man.
Oh, I love it.
That's cold.
Hey, did she pull up? He got in the car and said, "Shorty, want to ride to this?"
Girl, it's easy to love me now.
Right.
Oh,
down and out. I love it.
Yo, wow.
Back to Mike D'Antonio, man.
Oh my God.
So, how do you fix the Rockets, man? Do they need to go back to more traditional with more bigs and shooters and a more rounded offense and better defense, man? What's your thoughts on this? Because Mike said deuces. Let's go, Lefty.
I think it was the right thing to do. When you're a veteran like that, veteran coach been around a long time, don't get fired. It's embarrassing. Just walk away. He needs to retire. Please don't nobody else hire Mike D'Antoni. Right. It's enough. We didn't seen enough of it. It don't work. We've been seeing it since Steve Nash and Amari Stoudemire. Your little system don't work. You couldn't win with the Lakers. You couldn't win it nowhere. It's time to tap out. Just tap out and let it go. As far as fixing the Rockets, I think you got to blow it up You got to make some big deals. I was reading one deal, Gordon Hayward for Eric Gordon and Covington or something like that.
Yeah, I heard that too.
You need to make some moves. But I mean, it's hard to build around James Harden. How do you build around Harden and his style of play? He's gonna have to change up his whole thing because he's just so ball dominant. You can't. So what do you do? Add a point? You can't add a traditional point guard because he's never gonna touch the ball. So all you can really do is put a bunch of shooters around Harden and see what happens. But then you just doing that same old what D'Antoni was doing, throwing up threes. So as far as fixing them, I don't have an answer for that.
Well, before I come to you, Sly, just think back. When Jordan was scoring, putting up buckets and Showtime and all that, he couldn't win. He couldn't win until they put a team around him. So, Sly, let's go.
Well, first of all, Westbrook's shot is about as bad as Damani's hairline. So, I don't have a hairline. That's my point. Hey, look here, man. Mike quit because guess what? He can't even control Westbrook. Westbrook did make Mike D'Antoni tap out. And Mike can coach anybody. And James Harden is James Harden, man, don't show up in big games. I mean, Daryl Morey, Northwestern grad, which the GM need to be fired. They need to start all over again from scratch. Keep James Harden's never gonna win a championship with the style of play he won. He's a good player, and that's it. And I'm sorry to say that I like James and I like Westbrook. They don't work together. Morey trying to figure it out, traded all his big men, which was stupid. I mean, it's just a horrible situation. I'm on our star club.
There it is, right there. Blow it up.
Blow it up. Blow it up.
Right. Les.
This one's a little heartbreaking for me because I don't even know what to say to this because I don't know if you guys know, but the Rockets are my favorite NBA team.
Well, that's a tragedy.
God.
So it's hurtful, that to see them go down this way. But
and I'm glad you hurt.
Sly, after the show, Sly. All right, so I agree with Lefty as far as I've always thought, like, Harden is very ball dominant, and I don't know. It does remind me though of how Jordan was, and if he's always going to be the one that we're gonna, I say for the Rockets, hanging on hope to, then I don't think the Rockets are ever gonna see a championship. Now, as far as this guy leaving, I think how Lefty said too, better to go out this way than to get it, all in the news that he is fired, because that was probably gonna happen either way.
Well, Les, after the show, maybe you should need to go watch some Elijah Wan and Kenny Smith tapes because they ain't never coming back to no NBA dominance.
Well, you know what? They had mentioned in the middle of the season, D'Antoni. This was D'Antoni's last year, so it wasn't surprising at all. Like he knew he wasn't coming back. Even when they knew that little small ball thing wasn't going to work. So that was, they was just trying something.
Yeah. And PJ Tucker, if you're listening, hey baby.
Oh my God! Really?
PJ the fuck though, dude.
And Darren Mobley and the GM, what you got for Capella should have got you fired. They gave you a bag of Cheetos and some jalapeno peppers, right, with melted cheese on it for Clint Capella. That was terrible.
KDL, let's get your comments real quickly before we move on to the next topic.
It was terrible. The Rockets need to start over, like Sly said. And this was James Harden, best system he's ever played. James Harden, you stuck with Westbrook because they make over $40 million a year. You can't trade them. Now you got to build them out. You can't. What can you do? So now you're going to bring in a coach that got to coach these two that you can't trade. You got to get a big man because small ball don't work. So D'Antoni he ruined Houston. He ruined my Lakers. He need to go back overseas. Bye-bye. Don't nobody, the small ball don't work.
I heard they looking at Sam Cassell.
Bye-bye.
They should.
I heard they looking at Sam Cassell.
But let's get into it. Why you didn't get Sam Cassell
the Brooklyn job?
Let's get into it. Lefty, I'm coming to you first on this one. What the hell happened? Clippers lose Game 7 to the Nuggets after being up 3-1 in the second round series.
Yes, sir.
Is it Paul George's fault?
Oh.
Doc Rivers coaching? Remember, I've been critical of it for quite a long time.
You have.
not enough role players or hard hat players.
You have.
I'm gonna get my Ned the Wino on and drink out the bottle on that one.
Let's go, Lefty. After you take that sip, looking like
I'm drinking out the bottle on that one.
Like
First and foremost,
if
I ever hear somebody say Kawhi Leonard's better than LeBron again, I'm gonna take a page out of Tony Barber book and kick you up your funky ass. That is a terrible statement. Number two, now
Absolutely.
I give you Doc Rivers. You know, Doc Rivers, I hope Doc Rivers walk away too before he get fired. Just retire. You walk like your back is bad as mine anyway. So you might as well just walk away. So just retire and go about your business. Now, as far as what I saw with that team, there was no on-court leadership.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody on there pulled them together. How do you come out that flat in a game 7? The Clippers were the more talented team, like top to bottom, starting lineup all the way to the bench or whatever. They were the better team. Paul George was always being Paul George. Paul George always being Paul George. And everybody put all that on Kawhi because he beat a hurt Golden State team last year. And they all put him up there, the king of LA commercials and all that nonsense. Go to hell.
They did.
Go to hell.
They
I
did.
knew it. I wish they would have beat the Nuggets so the Lakers would have wore their ass out. That's all I got to say.
Tell us how you really feel. Les.
Yeah, because I was tired of hearing it. I want the Lakers to win them out.
I'm with Lefty. I do want the Lakers to win, but I also wanted. I was a little disappointed that the Clippers lost because I was hoping for a Clippers and Lakers, toe-to-toe game, but I guess that's not happening now. But I do. If there's a team that I want to win, definitely is the Lakers for sure. Sorry, Clippers, you guys are out of here.
So
let's go, Sly Dog.
Man, let me tell you something, man. The Doc Rivers and his whole coaching staff, they all look pathetic. Doc Rivers has lost 3 consecutive 3-1 series. He lost more 3-1 series than any coach in the NBA. Chicago's very own. He's pathetic.
Maywood.
Well, Maywood. His father worked for Chicago Police Department. But anyway, hey, look here. Kawhi, as KDL, which is 13, not 33, said, okay, Kawhi is better than LeBron. He hot. Let me tell you something. Paul George.
I ain't never said that.
Paul George ain't even Scottie Pippen. Paul George is like, I don't know, Granville Waiters. Okay.
Come on, man. It ain't that bad.
Granville Waiters?
He's absolutely pathetic. The Clippers are the pathetic team. And let me tell you this, if it weren't for I hate the Lakers, even when 8-24 was there. But since my boy there, I want them to win because their franchise was losing before he got there. Now he there. But anyway, hey, look, they are pathetic. I'm glad they gone. Let's go LeBron, the real 23.
Now, somebody put on Paul George IG page, why did they start calling you Playoff Pete?
Right.
Another thing. KDL, what's your thoughts on this, man, real quick?
Right.
I don't know why they call Paul George Playoff P because I looked at a professional player that was wide open the other night, shoot the ball off the side of the backboard.
Oh, my God. That was terrible.
So we can stop with the Playoff P stuff. Number one, Slide, to address you talking about my team. Number one, they had 16 championships before LeBron arrived there. So to say they was in the bottom, watch him out. He's going to benefit from playing for the Lakers and getting another championship simply because who he's winning the championship with. That's number one.
I thought that was number two.
Number two, look at the Clippers. I love Doc Rivers. Let me state this. I love Doc Rivers. You can't be up 3-1 with the same organization twice and lose the series. You did it with Lob City. You did it with this team. You can't do that. So it's time, Doc. It's time. Everybody respects you. It's all good. But it's time. It's time. You were actually good at TNT. You should go back and doing that.
Hey,
now,
maybe they mispronouncing Playoff P. It should be his play is off P. Because he don't play at all in the playoffs.
Good play on words.
Nah,
Good play on words.
And I know Kawhi gave him the side eye in the locker room like, dude, I went out and made this happen to get you? Really? You? Like, hey, man, the Clippers were arrogant all year. Patrick Beverly was running off at the mouth all year. They was talking stuff, Montrezl Harrell. They were arrogant all year. They thought they had on an on and off switch. They could just turn on and off whenever they want. They load management all year. Didn't even get to the Western Conference Final. You think the owner's gonna play that? Now much money
Kawhi should get a side eye to whoever
you think
his
the owner gonna put up with that?
They won't have a draft pick to 2028 to go one more round. One more
Exactly.
round. As much as it's hard for me to agree with
up the farm.
with the senior mule, even though I like the junior better. Hey, as hard as it is for me to agree with that, him. Okay. Even though it's hard,
Oh
he has been critical of Doc Rivers since the beginning.
Yeah, Ben has though. I give Ben that. Ben has been very critical of Doc Rivers.
I just feel Doc Rivers is not the coach that we thought he is.
Now, you know, he had those teams in Boston, so everybody thought he was a great coach.
Right.
Real quick, you know who they need? Chris Paul.
Jesus.
CP3.
Jesus.
That's what they need.
All right, moving on into these playoffs, man.
That's what they need.
The Celtics, they won Game 7 against the Raptors.
Oh.
Now the Heat and Celtics are going head to head, and the Heat got them down 2-0. The Heat are 10-1 in the playoffs. Now, I've been telling you guys the Heat is that team, but I've been getting flack from the panel.
He has. He's been saying
now that Game 1 of the second round, there you go.
Oh, come on, man.
I'm
Will Smith.
Yeah.
Welcome to Miami.
Welcome to Miami, baby. Welcome to Miami.
That's
That
oh
first game.
Slap wore that same outfit New Year's Eve.
Now, Bam had one of the best blocks in this century in Game 1 to shut that game down and win. Then they came back and they were down 13 to the Celtics and came back and won the game. What's y'all thoughts on this second round playoff matchup between the Heat and the Celtics? And Les, I'll let you go, ladies first.
Well, you know what? I can't really talk too much on these two because I haven't really, followed with.
I know Miss Rocket.
Celtics.
Miss Rocket.
Yes, the Rockets over here. But if I don't know if I would rather see the Heat, as opposed to the Celtics. I do like the Boston Celtics over the Heat. So that's all I can really say on it, guys. I really don't know. I don't follow those teams. So you might want to go on to somebody else here.
Let's go there, Sly Dog.
Hey, man, I mean, this is...
There you go.
God. Jay, with Jason Tatum, you let me down. Good God. But you know
he
what?
He could have got his hand.
Only way Bernard is bringing this up because he's been on Ride Miami bandwagon. I jumped on Boston because I can't stand that guy's hair that used to play for the Bulls. I hate his hair. Okay? Man, his hair
look like it stink.
But,
hey,
man,
get off JB.
Hey man, I'm going with Boston.
That's an old picture.
I think Boston gonna come back, and to deny anything that you ever said, Bernard Mule, LeBron had the best block. Well, I'll call you Mule. Okay. What happened is LeBron had the best block in the finals. Have you forgot?
Oh, Jesus.
No,
Tayshaun Prince had the best block, but we'll carry on.
I guess LeBron in game 7?
No. When Tayshaun Prince blocked Reggie Miller. Reggie Miller thought he had a layup all by himself. Yes, that's good
one, Ben. Good one, Ben.
KDL, let's go. Let's get some knowledge to Sly.
I actually picked Miami, the Heat versus Lakers for the finals. So you can go back and watch the show. I actually picked that. I didn't know Boston was going to implode. I didn't see that coming. They fighting in the locker room and all that. But to Barker, let me address that real quick. Marcus Smart has a point. He's the only one playing defense. Jaylen Brown and Tatum are worried about offense. Kemba drive is killing Kemba.
Yeah,
They got Dragic that'll kill you.
Playoffs though. He's been killing all playoffs.
Been killing all playoffs. And Dragic is the closer. Dragic is the closer. They got Bam who do the dirty work. Like they got a complete team, bro. They're not gonna beat the Lakers, but they got a complete team. I think they'll beat Boston. Hey man,
I'll see you in the final.
You can't be a championship team and you go up double digits every single game. I'll see you in the finals. We got to stick.
That's right. That's right. Lefty, speak on it, man.
We got to stick.
Let me say, I don't think this series is over. I know everybody kind of, it already put a stake in Boston. Boston is a very talented team.
They're not winning 4 of the next 5, brother.
But these two teams mirror each other, though. I mean, they mirror each other. And let me go on record and say I've been critical of Jimmy Butler for a long time. I always say he was just a star, not a superstar, but he's showing me something totally different, man. Like this Jimmy Butler is showing me something, man. I mean, on both ends. I'm not talking about just. It seemed like now he's back focused on his defense just as much as his offense. Not when his time in Minnesota and Philly, he seemed like he got a little arrogant. Now he looks like he's back to hard working Jimmy Butler. Though. Jimmy Butler was on the Chicago Bulls, who was working on both ends, man. Jimmy all over the place. As far as the block, though, Bam, that's hey, I'm LeBron, my man's $100,000. But that block by Bam was the best I ever seen. Because he could have broke his wrist. And Tatum did right. Tatum did nothing wrong. He went to the hole strong. Hold on. He went to the hole strong. He tried to put it through he tried to dunk it. That's what you're supposed to do. It's just a great defensive play. But by no means is this series over with. I still think he can get 6 or 7. I'm not counting Boston out yet. We'll see what happens tonight. We'll see what happens tonight. But the Heat, man, got to give him props. And my second cousin drives him because he left-handed. All lefties related to me. He doing this thing, baby. Doing this thing.
Hey, Sly.
Hey,
watch your mouth, Sly.
Sly.
Yeah.
Hey, Lefty.
Go ahead.
Hey, Lefty. Two things. Hey, real quick. Look at Philadelphia, look at Minnesota, and look at Chicago. And Jimmy is 2 games away from the finals.
Yeah, but I think Jimmy got back to being Jimmy. You know what I mean? He got back to playing both ends of the floor. He looking good on both ends.
Yeah, he's really not shooting. He's the closer, but he's really not shooting.
Yeah.
It's Robinson and them shooting.
Oh my God.
Jimmy is just closing.
First of all, Kevin,
it is what it is. I thought he was a locker room cancer.
Kevin, we're not asking for your whole soliloquy on this whole subject.
Damn, big words. Boy,
Hey, look here.
Education.
Well, first of all, I dare you to spell it. I dare you to spell it.
I'm gonna spell it right now. Soliloquy. Hey, look here. Hey, Boston is down. Boston gonna come back. I can't stand Jimmy Butler. We all know that. But I think Boston gonna come back and win the series even down 2-0. That's all I'm gonna say.
We already got a stick on the game, Sly. So get ready to pay up.
All right, cool.
Now, all right, we're gonna see. We're gonna switch over to the NFL news and notes, man. And my first topic is my grandmama gave me that chain. I'm talking about the Dolphins, Christian Williams, and the rookie Raekwon Davis try to snatch Cam's chain after the loss last week. What's your thoughts on it, man? Let's go, Sly, because you're a big Cam man. Everybody on this panel likes Cam, but come on. They tried to snatch his chain off, and his chain got all his kids' names on it, so he was real. We saw Cam go a little on the hood side.
Man, Cam was heated. I mean, he got like 15 kids, so you know it was heavy, but still.
That's a lot of change. That's a lot of change.
Man, they was bogus for that, man.
Hey, man, they was like Debo.
Dude, like, are y'all in the NFL trying to snatch a man's chain, man?
Yeah, right.
Because he whooped y'all. Cam gonna get killed, though. They keep rushing him like that. But he killed them, and them boys mad. Like, they're in their feelings, man. That remind me when KDL, they say he was at Thornton doing that when they lost. Snatching chains and taking starter coats. You know what I'm saying? Snatching chains and taking starter coats. I mean, come on, dude.
Oh my God.
Come on, Lefty.
Go ahead.
Come on, Lefty.
Well, first of all, maybe they tried to do it because of that ridiculous outfit he wore to the stadium. That could be one of the reasons they tried to pull it off because that outfit was ridiculous. But man, to me, that's petty, man. If I was, I think the Dolphins should find them. They should. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. No, but I think the not an NFL fine, but the team should find them, man. That's petty. It's a professional. You professional athletes act professional, and you lose. But back to that outfit, that was ridiculous.
That outfit was cold. Y'all need to quit. Cam is on my style of dressing.
Ever see you in that?
That was cold. I will wear it.
If I ever see you in that,
New Year's Eve.
I will throw mud on you instantly.
That was cold.
KDL.
First of all, when we was at Majestics, Slide wore something similar, so he would wear it. That's number one. But look, man, I haven't seen that since Talib snatched what's the 49ers dude?
Oh,
I ain't seen that since
when they was going at it.
Yeah, we snatching chains in 2020. That's what we
Crabtree. Yeah, Crabtree.
Right.
We snatching chains in 2020. Like that's the most difficult.
Facts.
Dude, snatching someone's chain is the equivalent of spitting on somebody. Right?
Well,
it's the
man,
most disrespectful thing you can do.
It's close, but not quite.
It's disrespectful.
Oh, no, Kevin.
It's disrespectful. It's a form of disrespect, man. It's a form of I'm just gonna walk up to you and snatch your chain.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Come on, man.
That was ridiculous.
Come on now. That's disrespectful, man.
Can I get a lady's point of view on this? What was your thoughts on this?
Well, I do agree with them. That was unnecessary. That's a whole level of petty right there. And yeah, it does have all of his children's birthstones on that chain. And if he knew about that when pulling that he did that purposely to get a rise out of him, that's a sore loser moment. So yeah, I think something should be done about that, or at least something should be said about that, because that was very disrespectful.
They got to be held accountable.
And you know what? And I think when they did it, they had their helmets on because they wouldn't get fired on right to the jaw.
Yeah, but it's a bad look on the organization, though. Like, you represent your organization you play for.
Right.
Oh my God, you represent the organization. That's some old street thug stuff, man. Snatching chains. Come on, man. Y'all got to do better. You got to be held accountable for that.
Hey, did the rookie got braids?
Probably.
More than like the same chick who braid Kawhi Leonard hair.
Oh wow!
And the next time they play, you're gonna get the quarterback.
For a bag of weed and some Doritos and cheese popcorn in a paper bag.
But here's the thing.
He said in a paper bag.
Paper bag.
Hey, watch this though. They play again. So now what you've done is you're gonna get your quarterback headhunted. That's
Strong
what
possibility.
you just did. Wow.
So tomorrow's game, it's a big game here in Chicago for us. All our games are big for us because we want to win. However, we are playing KDL's New York G-Men. Ivan.
Whoa!
Oh, that's amazing.
That's
great. That is great.
Oh my God.
That ain't right, Ivan. That's not right. That's not. Hey, Ivan. That's not right.
We're gonna recap a little bit. We're gonna recap because the Bears, for 2.5 quarters,
right.
the Bears played bad and had no identity. Okay, they had no identity for 2.5 quarters. The Bears tried to make Mitch a pocket passer again until the fourth quarter. The Giants looked away from Saquon because he only had 6 yards total.
3.5.
6 rushing yards for Raekwon.
3.5.
I say that again.
Oh man!
Jared, man.
That's coaching though.
Also, Daniel Jones had 40+ passing attempts, and they had several drop passes.
Oh.
So, what's your thoughts on this week's game? KDL, I'm gonna let you go first. Hopefully, that your Wi-Fi is gonna let us hear what you got to say. Otherwise, I'm gonna go on.
Well, that tells
Saquon was tackled in the backfield every time he got the ball. So it wasn't on Saquon. He had no blocking whatsoever. Daniel Jones was Pittsburgh shut the running game down. They got in the backfield before the man was even handling the ball. So that ain't on Saquon. That's on Jason. Daniel Jones had to pass the ball that much because they couldn't get the ball to Saquon. So Saquon will be the focus. I follow the Giants. Saquon will be the focus this week. However they get him the ball, throwing the ball out the backfield, whatever it is, he's going to be a big part of the offense. I would advise y'all to guard him this week. Giants will be fine. They'll be okay. They will rebound. They will win the series. They will win the game tomorrow. And the Bears will be 1-1 because if you wouldn't have dropped the touchdown for the Lions, you wouldn't have won that game. So I'm not worried about Mitchell Trubisky at all. I give the defense credit. Defense scares me, but if y'all let Detroit run all over y'all, I don't fear. Let
me jump
in
in.
tomorrow.
Let me get
Hold
in.
on.
Yes.
Lefty, before I come to you, it's time to pay some bills. We got to pay them bills first. Lefty, you up after this.
All right.
Let's go, Ivan. Pay them bills. All right, Lefty, you on deck, baby. Let's talk about them Bears Giants. Let's go.
Okay, and this ain't gonna be no. I'm not taking no jabs at Kev or nothing like that. I'm gonna talk from a strictly football perspective. First of all, if Daniel Jones has to drop back 40 times, the Giants are gonna get murdered because that means we can unleash Mac and Quinn will play tomorrow. That means we can unleash the whole pass rush, and Pagano can start throwing some blitzes. He can send Roquan Smith and everybody through there. What I saw last week from the Giants Steelers game was they had problems run blocking. Like you say, Saquon was getting hit in the backfield. As soon as he had the ball, people were back there on him. So if that doesn't improve, it really doesn't matter. Daniel Jones cannot drop back 40 times. As far as the Bears, Nagy, hopefully those last few minutes of that game has finally taught him if you're going to use Trubisky, speed it up, roll him out, get him moving, run some hurry-up offense. You got to get him in a rhythm so that you don't have those horrible 3.5 quarters that we had last week. I don't know why Nagy is so stubborn to coaching towards his player's strength. The strength of Trubisky is rolling out, is playing up tempo. That's the strength. It don't matter. You coach to the strength of your players. He don't trust Josh McDaniels went in and changed the whole Patriots system to fit Cam. The Ravens did the same thing with Lamar Jackson. Stop being stubborn. change it up, make your tweaks, do what you got to do to get Trubisky rolling. That's all it should be about. But as far as the game tomorrow,
Trubisky is not his guy.
It don't matter. It don't matter. But he's the one quarterback, so he is your guy. So you coach to the strength of your players. So stop trying to make him something he's not. And I mean, we saw what happened. 3 touchdowns in 4 or 5 minutes. You got to roll that way. And if the Bears get up on the Giants early, it's a wrap. It's a wrap, Kev. Hate to say that to you, brother. And that's poor coaching by your team, by the way. Poor coaching. Saquon 6 yards is ridiculous. That's ugly.
Jason Garrett is our new offensive.
Well, that says a lot. It says a lot.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Okay, let's go, Sly.
Well, first of all, I'm just seeing Matt Nagy talking about our defense.
Right.
Our defense and who we are not. They gave up 426 yards in total yards to Detroit. That's absolutely.
Look like we lost Sly too.
Sly, KDL has infected you. KDL has infected your internet service.
But that's one of the problems with the Bears, though. If you can keep a balance and run and pass, you can kind of keep them off. If you become one-dimensional against the Bears, you ain't got a chance. You ain't got a chance in hell.
Let's speak about it because you bared up over there with your hat. You know, you got your Bears jacket on. Let's go.
Well, I still have to represent, although I don't like how we played last week. But I do have the Bears to win tomorrow's game. I feel like it's going to be a neck and neck game. However, I feel like we're going to be putting all our hope on our defense. As far as those first 3 quarters last week, the way, Mitch, handled that, I'm a little skeptical, but, I still have some faith in him, especially how he showed out in the last quarter, the fourth quarter. I just hope we don't play like that for the remainder of the season. But yeah, sorry, Kev. I think, we are going to get this game tomorrow. Sorry, Giants.
That ain't Big Quinn back?
Yeah, Quinn. Robert Quinn playing tomorrow.
He should be back.
Hey,
Ben, look here. Matt Nagy said they gave up 426 yards on defense. They cannot win. That cannot happen tomorrow, which I know is not going to happen with Daniel Jones. The bad part is for the Giants, you had the most pass-happy offensive coordinator ever in football of Jason Garrett. So Saquon, you're going to have 6 yards probably every game from this point on. So that right there is a problem for the Giants.
No, it's not.
Jason Garrett never ran the ball. That's why they took the play calling duties away from him, KDL, when he was in Dallas. You know that. So stop.
I agree with you on that.
Second of all is this. The Bears, if Mr. Trubisky does what Lefty says, Nagy need to go to his strength. The Bears will win, but they got to play better defense.
Yeah.
Bottom line.
Okay. So next week,
I agree.
we know we're going to recap this. We're going to recap this next week because we got to talk about this because of the panel. Who's on the panel? We got to talk about it next week. But Thursday night's game, Bengals versus Browns, Burrow versus Mayfield. What's your thoughts on that game? I mean, Burrow, he had some times that he looked good, and then he had some times that he looked horrible.
Oh.
Baker Mayfield, you played the Bengals, and everybody's like, oh, now Cleveland's gonna they win it. Yeah. So let's go, Sly. What's your thoughts on that Thursday night game?
Hey man, you killing Baker. Baker showed you he was a bad team. He ate off of him. Bottom line, Burrow, he's not gonna be the Burrow at LSU. Y'all need to stop. He wasn't that good. He couldn't even get off the bench at Ohio State. So you gonna have to meet somewhere in the middle. He gonna either be the Burrow from Ohio State. He will never be the Burrow from LSU. Okay.
Facts.
So Baker Mayfield, he got that off a bad team. How you gonna criticize him for that? He did what he needed to do. Okay. He lost to a good team in the first week. Give him a break, Mr. Mull.
Lefty, give us some sports science on this one.
As far as that game Thursday, I would have enjoyed watching a badminton match between Esther from Sanford & Son and Wheezy from the Jeffersons. That game was terrible. The game was boring. The game had no excitement. It was horrible. I wish they would do a better job with their Thursday night matchups because I really wasted time. Luckily, we got to watch Miami-Boston first, but that game was terrible. All Baker showed me is Baker can play, and he wasn't even great Thursday night against Cincinnati. He was okay. I mean, he wasn't great. The interception he threw was horrible. It was a horrible interception. He'll beat bad teams, but he's not going to beat good teams. It furthermore goes to show in that division, you got to play Baltimore and Pittsburgh twice a year. That's 4 losses every year out the gate for any team that with Baker. No. Baker cannot beat good teams. No. He can't. Joe Burrow, he a rookie. I'll wait and see, but him having to pass the ball 60 times is just ridiculous for a rookie. I mean, the man's arm gonna fall off at some point.
Yeah. He set a record.
Yeah, that's what 61 pass attempts. That's just ridiculous. It was poor coaching all the way around. The game completely sucked. I'd rather watch an earthworm documentary on the Discovery Channel.
Whoa! Whoa!
Next.
KDL.
Well, I'm gonna be honest. First of all, I didn't watch the game. It was Cincinnati and Cleveland. So why would I? That's number one. Number two, Baker Mayfield is the most overrated quarterback ever. He was good in college, but then most quarterbacks in Oklahoma is good in college. When they get to the league, it's a different story. Baker Mayfield is overhyped.
Tony Barber gonna look for you.
He will continue. He will. Hey, I'm just trying to tell you, man, this is facts. They're great in college.
You forgot about Arizona?
But Baker Mayfield, no, Kyler Murray is good. He's good, but I'm not going in on him because he still got time. It's only his second year. We've seen enough of Baker Mayfield. I don't care how many coaches you give him. He still has to throw the ball and make decisions. And usually when he does that, he throws it to the other team. So we can stop hyping Baker Mayfield. Stop with it's Becker's fault. It's this man's fault. Where's the coach? No, let's stop. It's you, Baker Mayfield. You're simply not that good. Now, he's okay to be an NFL quarterback, don't get me wrong. But he ain't that good. So we need to stop with this, man. Let's stop. The Browns have overhyped last year. They didn't make the playoffs. They will not make the playoffs this year, right? You're going to blame Beckham. You're going to say it's the coach. No, it's the quarterback.
I'd rather start Keanu Reeves from the Replacements. His character. I'd rather start him.
He better than Daniel Jones. I can tell you that.
I don't know about that.
No, he's not better than Daniel Jones. He's better than Mitchell Trubisky. That's who he's better than.
All right, here we go. We keep jumping off on
we jumping off course. So week 1 surprises and disappointments. Lefty, who was your surprise and who was your week 1 disappointment?
Surprise Jacksonville. Minshew, baby. Minshew with the porn mustache did his thing. What, 19 for 20? 19 for 20, whatever he did. I mean, that was something else. I definitely, that's one of the games I did lose, even though I did win last week. Make sure you note that end of the show. I had more picks than all y'all did. But that had to be the surprise.
By one?
That had to be the surprise. But I'm gonna do a 1B. The way the Packers dominated the Vikings, I was a little shocked. Mm-hmm. I thought the Packers would win, but I didn't think they would dominate the Vikings like that. Disappointing, even though I think Arizona was going to be one of the surprise teams, going to be a little better. San Fran looked flat. And I'm going to go 1B on that one. Philly, you lose to Washington, the football team, when you was up 17 points. You was up 17 points. Carson Wentz looked terrible. And that Eagles, another team that's always overhyped every year. So those are mine.
Well, I got to agree with you as far as my surprise was the Packers and the way they dominated like that. I mean, Jesus. And the fact that they allowed you to beat me in fantasy. That's the only reason you won. But that's okay.
A win is a win.
Yeah. And my disappointment.
He won't win this week.
My disappointment. It's hard to say a disappointment because it's the first week and it was kind of rusty all over, man. Disappointment. I would say it's the Eagles. I got to go with the Eagles, and you let the say it again. Washington football team.
The football team.
They don't even have a moniker yet, so that was my disappointments. Sly Dog.
Well, you know my team always one of my favorite quarterbacks. To see him completely destroy Atlanta as usual, well, I guess that shouldn't be no surprise. I mean, he does it. He's good every year. But my disappointment, I'm going to agree with the panel. The Eagles are pathetic. You up by 17 and you lose to a team that don't even have a nickname, unbelievable. Unbelievable. So I'm gonna go there, and then I guess I'll say Aaron Rodgers. He destroyed Minnesota, which is my defense, completely.
Les.
So yeah, my surprise is definitely with the Packers, just because, I'm always, I love Rodgers. I am a Rodgers fan. I know that's our rival, but, I think he's great. But the way that they just, took over that Vikings game, that was pretty impressive. As far as a disappointment, I'm going to have to go with my own team. It was a surprise and a disappointment. Surprised that we won and disappointed that we played that way. So I'm hoping that, we come back. I hope Mitch plays, how he did in that last fourth quarter. I hope he consistently, does that throughout the season. But yeah, that was a surprise and a disappointment for me at the same time.
Okay. KDL.
Hey, Les, I like the fact that you are honest about your team. A lot of people need to be like you. Having said that, my surprise was Arizona beating San Francisco at San Francisco. Even though I told y'all Arizona was going to be good this year, I did tell y'all that. Go back and watch the tape. But I'm shocked they went into San Francisco and beat them. I know Kittle got hurt, but you coming off the Super Bowl, man. Like, y'all supposed to be hungry. Y'all supposed to be, hey, we back, right? We still got a good team. And y'all let a new kid on the block come in and get 200 yards on y'all. Like, come on, man. I was a little shocked.
Whoever loses Super Bowl,
it
come out flat. It happens every year.
Yeah, I was shocked on that. But Philly, who was paying Carson Wentz how much money? Throws the ball away, loses. Like, it's not shocking because it's the Eagles. Shout out to Brandon. But and Fred Mack, shout out. But I'm just saying, they coming off the division, like they were the division winner. They supposed to prove that they all that. Come on, man. Same thing. But I'm disappointed in my own team. I'm disappointed that we had an offensive line since we won the Super Bowl in 2011. I thought it was shored up this year. The new offensive coordinator, who's supposed to be an offensive genius, right? Not a coach, but an offensive coordinator genius, couldn't adjust to the.
You didn't believe that.
Being in the backfield when the ball was handed up. Well, he's better than offensive coordinator than he's a head coach, right? You couldn't adjust to the Steelers sitting there in the backfield waiting for you to hand the ball to Saquon. Come on, man. So I was disappointed in that. We'll rebound this week, though.
Oh yeah.
I got my stick ready.
Ivan, can you throw up our NFL picks for the week? So that was week one. Week one, Lucky Lefty had a 13-3 record. Our hats off to you, Lucky. So whoever picked your picks for you, you should have them do them again.
Oh wow!
Right.
You watch your damn mouth. Nobody picked nothing for me. I'm gonna use one of slide words. I'm a savant.
Oh boy.
S.A. Vaughn.
Yeah, that's it.
But hey, if you look at that screen, we all picked the Vikings and Eagles. We all lost that. Well, yeah, we all lost that.
Yeah, we did. So this week we going into it, and we got a lot of picks that are similar for this week, but we have some picks that are not. So,
and I know one of them.
So we'll see how this goes.
I got two upsets this week. I got two upsets this week, bro.
For everybody that's out there watching, we have sticks on the line. Winner takes all. So that's about what, 4 sticks that I'll be getting at the end of the year because I'm gonna win.
Les, you can jump in on this too. Get you some. We get you a bottle of wine or something, if you can beat us. Get in on this.
Really? Okay, I'll get in.
She can't get in. She'll be behind.
Why? So what? That's okay. So is Big Ten. Let's do that.
Wow.
Wow.
You'll definitely be Sly because this pick sucks as much as his fantasy team.
Well, I'm gonna whoop you this week. First of all, if you don't pick the Raiders to beat New Orleans this weekend, stay out of it.
Actually, I did.
I hope the Raiders go down on Monday.
I took the Raiders this week. I took the Raiders.
You're a smart man.
So,
I will say the Raiders are doing really good. They're really rebuilding their team. They're a team to watch out for this season. That's for sure. I just don't want them to win it for other reasons.
They played Carolina. They played Carolina, which is rebuilding.
They look good. They look pretty good. They look good though. They look good.
They ain't in the Saints.
Sly, what's your game of the week this week?
I just told you. My game of the week, Sunday.
Oh man, I need that.
My game of the week. I don't care what Ivan does. He already know. My game of the week is Raiders, New Orleans, opening up the new stadium Sunday Night Football. Let's go, Las Vegas. Let's go.
Okay, Lefty, what's your game of the week?
It's kind of hard, man. No game really stood out to me, but I definitely want to see how the Bucs bounce back. I know they only play in Carolina, but that's one I'm be keeping my eye on.
First of all, they play Monday night, number one.
Yeah, but so I'll be keeping my eye on that one. But that Dallas Falcons game is interesting. That Dallas Falcons game is interesting because if Dallas go down 0-2, and we know how Atlanta is, Atlanta can either suck or be a great team. So I'm watching that Atlanta Dallas, and of course that Giants Bears because I want my cigar from Kev as soon as the game is over.
Me too.
Well, we all know that's a hot game for all of us, man. But my game of the week, I kind of want to see Kansas City against the Chargers. Is Kansas City
gonna
be hyped up, or are they gonna go into, LA and let the Chargers steal one from them?
Oh wow, that's a big upset. Did you bet that in Vegas?
I would love to play the odds on that one, man.
You better go online and do it right now, as soon as this show over. Because if you win that one, you're gonna win some bread.
That's a game that I want to see. That because they was all hyped last week and all of that, and they might be going in with their heads too high. And the Chargers get them. Les, it's your game of the week.
It's gonna be the Saints and the Raiders game.
It's not gonna happen.
Yes.
Yeah, it's gonna be the Saints and the Raiders game. Definitely. I watched that Saints game against the Bucs. So, like Lefty said, that's going to be interesting too to see the Bucs, try to come back from that, especially with Brady and Gronkowski. But I definitely want that's going to be my game. Besides, the Bears tomorrow with the Giants.
Now, Sly, you might get lucky this week because Michael Thomas isn't playing.
Which it wouldn't have mattered if he did.
Oh.
Go Raiders.
Oh wow.
And he Ohio State alum. I still don't care.
Wow, KDL. What's your game of the week, KDL?
Damani kind of took it from me. I want to watch the Atlanta. I got two of them. Obviously, Bears, Giants, y'all already know that's personal. But the Atlanta-Dallas game, if Dallas goes 0-2, and Dak Prescott, they're going to put it on Dak Prescott. They're going to say, it's going to be turmoil in Dallas. Y'all notice that they go down 0-2.
True. Yeah, that's true.
Seattle and New England for me. Seattle and New England for me. Seattle was one of the top teams in the league.
Right.
New England. I want to see how let's see Cam take his show on the road with Seattle's defense. Let's see how that works. Let's see what New England is for.
Yeah, that's a good matchup.
So I say them two are the games. Obviously,
if they get Russell from last week, it's gonna be a long night.
When New England with Cameron and the
I
ball,
want to see it.
when New England became a running team, they can keep the ball out of Russell's hands. So that should be a good game.
Yeah, that's another good game.
They can keep the ball out of Russell's hands.
We'll see.
Let me see. Let's see.
Y'all know the game of the week. The game of the week is
talk about Brady and Arians. Talk about Bruce Arians trying to air out Brady. How is that going to work? We already got turmoil over there.
But
we already got turmoil over there.
But you got to understand, that Brady is no longer with Belichick. Belichick kept everything close to the chest. He talked about things in the locker room. Aaron's, he putting stuff out in the media and all that because that's his way of shocking his team into playing and all that. So, man, let's see how the dynamic works.
But the biggest difference is Josh McDaniels is the offensive coordinator in New England. Aaron's calls the plays in Arizona. He's the head coach.
Byron Leftwich do.
Well, Leftwich call it, but Aaron still, he's a big part of the – I know he's the offensive coach. He's a big part of the whole game plan.
Aaron's needs to pipe down because his offensive line is not all that, and neither is his defense. So he needs to pipe down calling out Brady, who didn't have a preseason. He's playing with a brand new team. I'm not saying Brady didn't play bad enough, but Aaron's needs to pipe down. Pipe down.
Definitely was a bad look.
So we got about 5 minutes left in the podcast, man. Like I say, we do our parting shots, so I give you guys enough time. So we got about 5 minutes. KDL, I'm going to let you go in with your parting shots. Talk to the people.
Y'all know what it is this week. First of all, thank everybody for watching. Thank everybody for tuning in. Those that follow us every week and chime in, we appreciate y'all. But y'all know what game it is this week. It's personal.
Couldn't even say the team name without his
internet. So I want y'all to tune in. Y'all know his up. Saquon will be the focal point this year. Daniel Jones will show you he was better. What you
can't.
Hey, that's baby Saquon right now.
Oh my God.
So see y'all tomorrow. Okay, that's cool, Ivan. That's cool.
Slide dog.
That's
Give me your party.
I can take it.
Hey, my party shots is, man. Hey, thank everybody for tuning in, man. We love doing this every weekend. I love it, man. But my party shots is out to Oklahoma State. They can't even beat Tulsa. I'm watching this game and it's absolutely pathetic. I hate their coach and I hope he loses. That's all I got to say.
Lucky Lefty, Mr. 5 o'clock.
5 o'clock somewhere. Y'all already know. Hey, once I got to repeat everybody else, man. Thanks to everybody for tuning in every week. It's always fun doing this show. We always have a ball. Being surprised us bringing Les back. For you all who don't know, she was like the original host of Humidor Sports. She used to kind of mediate us acting a fool, and that was back in 2015, 2016. So it was good to have her back on the show. And there go.
She was Molly Clark.
Right. She had been there for us. No, but it was great having us back on the show. And shout out to Ivan, because everything you put up was accurate this week, including that Will Smith outfit from Miami that Sly had on New Year's Eve. So all that, right. Hey, salute. Hey, Bears Giants tomorrow is going to be a great game. We're going to have fun. Catch us in traffic. We out here today as well. We're going to be at Karma, Cigar, Maryville, Indiana, if y'all want to come hang out with us.
Hey,
let's get it.
Les, thank you for coming on the show. You know we're going to have you back on
Leslie.
So Leslie, get your part of the shots.
Well, first of all, thank you guys for having me on the show. I had a lot of fun. I would love to be back on the show. I miss you guys so much. Ivan, that was awesome. All of what you threw up there. I like that. I love that. Keep it going. So Bears, Giants tomorrow. We'll see. Kev, you know I love you, but let's go Bears.
So everybody.
And go White Sox, baby. White Sox, baby.
We can't lose in Cincinnati.
Yes. Now, there you go. White Sox.
Oh, that's cold. You going to put him up for James Shields? We traded him for James Shields. Oh,
wow. Come on.
Wow.
No, not AJ.
Hey, Ivan, that was the only hit they got that day.
Right.
That was the only hit they got that day.
Oh, man. Come on now.
Hey, I want to thank everybody for the panel, all the people that watch, make their comments. We appreciate the love that you show us, man, every week. As the panel said, we have a ball at doing this, man. We will be back with you, but I do want you all to join my brethren that's on SportsZone Chicago. What's up, cuz? Sean and Maya, they part of the family. They do this. Sean and Maya every day. What's up, cuz? Is Monday nights. So tune in to them. And my last parting shot is get out and vote. Yes, we are
Cold-blooded.
Wow.
Cold-blooded.
Everybody, get out there and rock the vote, man. Rock the vote.
Yes, get
Stand
out there
up
and
and
vote. People, vote.
So we can make some changes out there, man. So this is about it for us, man. Peace and love. And we will be back at you next week with this train of sports and craziness.
Yes. Bye, guys.
Peace.
Peace.
Hey,
Appreciate
Kev,
y'all. Peace.